How's it going, fellas? Welcome back to another trade recap. Um, Today we actually have two trades to go over because I didn't record my recap from yesterday, so we have to go over that trade from yesterday. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Let's just kind of try. Let me remember what trade I took yesterday. Oh, I remember what I took. I remember. Okay. So we had this 4-hour imbalance yesterday, and then we also had this 4-hour imbalance. So I marked those off as significant, and I wanted to see price action kind of retrace towards those draws in liquidity or towards those areas. We had a 4-hour draw there, and that's the only 4-hour draw I had marked out. We also had these 1-hour draws in liquidity right here. We also had another 1-hour draw in liquidity right here. I just marked this out because I think that was like another draw on liquidity. Yeah, so this was like a low resistance draw on liquidity, so I kind of wanted to see price come up, draw up to there, and then we ended up actually doing that before market opened, so I could actually just mark that out. But yeah, so we could see that we had. Oh no, I remember what this was. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. This was I marked this out as a 1-hour order block. The reason I didn't mark this one out is because this move was the one that swept out liquidity. So I considered it as the order block, right? And then boom, we could see this is the liquidity that it took out. So I considered this as the order block. That's why I'd marked that out. Sorry. Back on track now. Okay, now we could scale in to the lower time frames. And that we see that we had marked out this significant draw on liquidity when market opened. We had this draw right here, and then we had these residing, or we were about to form these residing lows. Why has this moved back so far? That's why I'm so confused, like so thrown off. There we go. Okay, now this looks way better. Okay, order block, 1-hour draw on liquidity, 1-hour draw on liquidity. Seeing prices came up and took out hourly liquidity, and then we'd also filled in more of this imbalance here. So I was bearish, right? From there, see we broke structure to the downside, and then I was just waiting a retrace for this, right? Boom, we moving down. We took out this drawn liquidity, and then we started moving back up. We filled in this halfway percent mark, completely filled, and then I wanted to see this get disrespected. I could have entered off of technically either one of these candles. Any of these three would have been a better entry, but I wanted to wait for a little bit more confirmation. So sweep, fill in this fair value gap right here, this bearish fair value gap. Then we break structure, and then on the break of structure, I wanted to see just a little bit more after that, and then I just waited for this fair value gap to get disrespected. Once that happened, I entered. I got filled in right here. First take profit was these lows down here that we had formed. Actually, it wasn't these lows. It was these hourly lows. Yeah, so I was targeting these hourly lows, and yeah, that's basically it, fellas. I mean, that I don't. Oh, okay. So this one was when I got stopped out, and this one was where I got filled in. Okay, so I got filled in right there. Got broke out at break even. But yeah, so I mean, this was a terrible, like fucking 1 to 9.4. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was okay. Okay, now we can go to the trade we took today. So we still had these 4-hour imbalances here that we were filling in that I wanted price to kind of fill towards. Now that we got these out of the way, let's just clear up this chart a little bit. Okay. Oops. Boom. Okay. So I had seen that I had drawn out high time frame equilibrium, and I'd seen that we were pushing into equilibrium here. And then so I had this bearish. What the fuck was that? I'm just as confused as you. I have no clue where the I must have moved it some way, because I am so confused. Oh, I understand it now. I understand it now. So I had seen that we'd pushed up here, and then we had formed this 4-hour imbalance right here. Alright, so this is what this was. This is a 4-hour bearish or value gap. So I was bearish initially on today. Like when price opened this morning, I was bearish, right? But I had seen that we'd blown past, or we had completely filled this 4-hour bearish for value gap, as long as also filling in this big 4-hour imbalance, and then tapping into this one. We could see the price action, right? But we'd come up, we fill it completely, and then we had this 30-minute fair value gap, which I had marked out as significant, that we had came down and we were respecting, right? And then if we scale in even lower, we had seen that we filled in this 5-minute bearish or bullish for value gap. So when I had seen that we were respecting this one, and then we had also completely filled this one, that had flipped my bias to bullish, right? And then basically from there, I wanted to see a little bit more confirmation to go along, right? So I seen that we had this 15-minute fair value gap right here. I wanted to see price disrespect that. We completely blow past it. And then, what the fuck? Oh, gotcha. I understand it now. So I had seen that we were just ripped up, ripping. And I wanted price to come back and visit down here, right? This 1-minute bullish for value gap. But I'd seen that we were probably a little far gone for that to happen, right? So what was my next course of action if I wanted to take a trade? Needed to look for something, and something I found. So I seen that we had this 1-minute bullish for value gap. I seen that we came down, completely filled it, and respected it. When I had seen that we respected it, I entered. Boom. Stop loss side at these lows. Take profit at the base of this top fair value gap. That was basically it. It was money from there. Money most. But yeah, fellas. If you enjoyed this video, thought it was informational, or maybe you just liked hearing my sexy voice, drop a thumbs up. I'll see you later.